namabhunu asikwazi futhi ukuthi siphinde sithathe lelizwe lethu silise emabhunwini. Yingakho ke sihluka ke ko-IFP nako Action SA nakwamanye ama-parties, because we cannot sell our country again, although i-country yethu vele isaphethwe ama-Stellenbosch mafias under the ANC.
Is a councillor candidate for MK. Is it true that he was advanced by PCC, and who is PCC?
I am not sure, so therefore I would never answer things that I don't know. I hear people saying we have PCC, progressive, I don't know what Congress. However, PCC, it's an organization on its own. It's not a political party, yes, but I understand it is an organization that will be working with communities. However, I am not a member of PCC, so therefore I cannot advocate for PCC or be sure exactly what PCC, what and what. I can only talk for. I am an MK member in good standing. I am a ground force of MK. I am a volunteer in MK. Hence, we are here today in Kagiso.
Thank you. Are you a member of PCC?
Yes, I'm a member of PCC. I'm in a portfolio of safety and security.
Are you a member of PCC?
No, I'm not a member of PCC.
Do you embrace the work that PCC is doing in conjunction with MK?
Yeah, you know, the problem for now, we still have those smaller problems.
On the ground here, I see there's a big disunity between MK and PCC. What's the official stance of MK regarding the PCC, and who are they?
So I'm not going to dwell in much in the divisions.
Mashani, politically incorrect. What credit can we give to Jacob Zuma and maybe MK party? So the credit for me is, unlike the EFF, which is another spear organization from the ANC, is the ANC managed to gather black political parties under their wing and had alliances, your Sanko, SACP, COSATU, and COSATU by extension, all its affiliates, and we've been giving them credit for that. The reason I'm stating this is I've seen a lot of infighting. Msholozi is not doing it the correct way if he's doing it. So Msholozi is not doing it well, Msholozi is doing this. There are a lot of people who are opening political parties. I mean, MK has a labor movement called the Labor Desk. They've got AFR of Ngobo, and Ngobo has other parties that involve Christians, bishops and stuff, and we also have a unity of Mahoshis, all of them in alliance with MK party. We also have Triple AM. So there are lots of parties. There are a lot of organizations aligning with MK party, and this is testament to what Jacob Zuma said. He wants to unite black parties. The reason I'm stating this is because there are a lot of complaints within MK, of course, and I want to compare their complaints. They don't like this thing because they say, Malema has said it himself, if you fail, if you want, you see now, let me give an example. Mpumalanga and KwaZulu-Natal, I speak about them a lot. Mpumalanga and KwaZulu-Natal have had change of leadership. So people who have missed out on those leadership, then they will go to organizations like PCC, they will go to AFR, they will go to other alignment organizations with MK just to retain power, just to be seen, in the marquee. So in the marquee, you'll not be a rank and file member, you'll not be a ground force, you'll be with the VIPs. So in a big rally, you'll be there on stage with Mang Mang because you'll be representing that organization. So you don't lose out. And Julius Malema has come out to speak against that. And I spoke about how Julius himself is reluctant to pursue other things. I mean, he had lots of opportunities to do this labor desk into a full-on union. He's still dilly-dallying. The EFF labor desk is still there. A court has told EFF, and he admits himself that the court has told the EFF that go to labor and register a union. So the stance of EFF comes from the conversation I had with Mpho Morolane. Mpho Morolane is the secretary of NASA. It's a national union, and NASA. Well, Mpho leading NASA has been in with the EFF for a very long time. He's the inaugural EFF student command leader. So most people have always thought that NASA is the EFF arm of labor, but it wasn't, of course. And when I spoke to Mpho, one of the reasons they could not do that is because Julius wanted to retain power. If you want to see that interview, it's there. I had a sit down with him when he was leaving EFF going to MK. So I've had an interview with a gentleman called Sakile, who was an EFF voter. Now he voted for MK because now MK is in existence. He doesn't like the ANC. So he says, you know this narrative that says Jacob Zuma, people feed off Jacob Zuma. People love Jacob Zuma. People are benefiting when Jacob Zuma is there. People, and I always contested that, but how do we know if it's true? He says, I'm one of them. He says he during Jacob Zuma time, he was benefiting. But after Zuma fell, and he fell, and he's not the only one. So he's a direct beneficiary of that narrative that says when Jacob Zuma fell, a lot of businesses fell. And that narrative, don't take it for granted, because it's people who are actually feeling it. And the other people are saying, you see, the thing that's propelling MK is it's those people who who are in business forums, because they had lost something. And now that Jacob Zuma has created a political party called MK, a lot of political parties are now aligning, and other organizations are now aligning with MK. So Jacob Zuma's name is so big that other people are even benefiting from the presence of Jacob Zuma in politics. The reason I'm stating that is it's a stark difference. It's like it's an opposing thing from what EFF has done. EFF does not have all these linkages next to them. And Floyd Shibambu, at some point, he has hinted something similar to this thing. Because, you know, they go to Mahoshis, not that EFF, they don't. They go to Mahoshis with other organizations. Remember there was this a bit nyana of, it wasn't an alliance, it was not formalized, but it was friends when EFF started. Remember it started with Marikana. They had comrade to Marikana Matunjwa. They had Matunjwa there, but it didn't work, because at some point, because of their radicalism, people thought they would be the same, but it proved they were not the same. But what I'm saying is, I'm going to give you Ngobo, who is leading AFR, and he says AFR existed before MK, but they are working with MK, so you could just understand how this thing is. And if anything, let us give Jacob Zuma credit for that. We are giving him credit because this narrative of saying people, the reason they love Zuma is because people are benefiting. When it was Mbeki's time, a few people were eating. When Zuma was in, a lot of people were eating. When they removed Zuma, people were no longer eating. And I said it. I don't have proof of that. But here's something that we can relate. Because now people are now benefiting from Jacob Zuma having opened MK. People are mushrooming. These PCCs, remember, PCC is a breakaway from Sanko. And they would open their organization as a civil organization to support MK. And other organizations as well, they are aligning themselves. SARA has collapsed, Shuduba has collapsed. See, all these political parties, entities are going to MK because they want to benefit from the name of Jacob Zuma. And I said, I don't want to debate anyone who tells me that, when they say something is a cult if a leader is bigger than that organization, MK, it's flirting with that because Zuma is bigger than MK, no matter how much you want. And if you don't want to, we want to prove it, if he leaves, that thing will collapse. Machine politically incorrect. Let's leave it at that, because I know even if we give you the truth, you will always attack me. Thank you very much, my commanders.
Media, sonke njengabasebenzi be-RAF2, i-Federation Radical Action Federation of Trade Unions, sikhuluma nama-lawyers, umdabu lawyers led by comrade advocate Undawo, wonke ama-unions.
Call everyone that in order for us to achieve the 2/3 majority, come let us join forces and vote together and vote for Umkhonto weSizwe Party.
Bishop Meshek Tebe further adds that they were unlawfully removed from the MK party's parliamentary list. Tebe says they are furious and feel used after galvanizing support for the MK party during the elections. The official opposition will not keep their commitment. Meanwhile, MK party spokesperson...
ATDF naye akayoyidayisela ukuthi sitheni nami ngizoya kwi-leadership ye-MK Labour Desk ke siyoxoxa nabo sihlale phansi bese senza i-MOU. Bonke odriver bama-trucks now they are in a good hands of MK Labour Desk ne-ATDF. Sifuna ukwenza ubudlelwane siqonde ngqo enkingeni esibhekene nayo njalo uma sikhuluma ngabo-driver. Ngicela ukubingelela bonke onyawonhle, ngibingelele bonke ama-comrade, ama-patriot, ama-citizens of South Africa. Ngiyabonga ukuthi ningiphelele ithuba lokukhuluma nani. Ngiyazi ukuthi angikhulumi nge-MK kodwa ngizoyithinta nayo. Bafowethu, nansi into la ekhona. Thina njengabefundisi base-South Africa savumelana ngokuthi inhlangano yethu izoba yi-African Freedom Revolution, okuyi-AFR, eyasungulwa ngo-2018. Savumelana ukuthi le nhlangano iyona ezomela i-godly government in this country. So na into engifuna ukuthi ngiyikhulume nani bahlobo bami ithi kusukela ngaleso sikhathi sanquma ukuthi ayikho inhlangano esiyongena kuyo thina njenge-AFR sikhulumisana nayo kuyoba ukuthi leyo nhlangano inhlangano ezoba nobambiswano ngane ne-AFR, right? Uma ningizwa sengithi ke thina siyayisupporta i-existence yomkhonto, sichaza ukuthi out of political parties akhona eSouth Africa ayikho inhlangano ebisasilungele thina njengabefundisi ukuthi singahlangana nayo. One, sikhulume nge-ANC, ibingasilungela ukuhlangana nayo ngoba iyona eletha lento ye-antichrist, ye-new world order eSouth Africa, eletha lento ye-ungodly laws eSouth Africa. Yabona? And then letha lento ye-unemployment eSouth Africa. So now what we are saying sithi now uma sikhuluma nge-EFF niyabona nani bafowethu ayidingi nokuchazwa ukuthi i-EFF ikhuluma ngokuvulwa kwama-border gates okuyiyona nto ke thina esingahambisani nayo ngoba thina sifuna ukuthi izwe lethu libuyele ngamadolobha libe clean. Now sikhuluma nge-IFP. IFP ayisho lutho ke. Ayikho into engathi mhlambe thina ne-IFP singakhuluma ngokuthi siyavumelana noma sivumelane ngoba akakabibikho into ngempela abayishoyo ukuthi bathi bangase bame ngayo ekuphathweni kwezwe, but ke asinanxa nabo. Now ke this multi-party ye-DA i-moonshot lekhulunywe ngayo siphikisana simi ngeenyawo ukuthi asikwazi ukuhlangana namabhunu, especially esimeni esiqhamuka kuso thina njenge-South Africa. Asikwazi ukubhekana namabhunu, asikwazi futhi ukukhuluma namabhunu, asikwazi futhi ukuthi siphinde sithathe lelizwe lethu siliyise emabhunwini. Yingakho ke sihluka-ke ko-IFP nako Action SA nakwamanye ama-parties because we cannot sell our country again. Although i-country yethu vele isaphethwe ama-Stellenbosch mafias under the ANC ruling. So ke ngifuna ukuthi ke bafowethu njoba siyokhethweni ngo-2024 thina maKrestu, thina befundisi, thina ma-religious leaders, sonke sizobe sivotela i-AFR, African Freedom Revolution, ngoba iyona nhlangano esayikhethela yona kunye namabandla ethu. Kuthi mase kuvotiwe bese sithatha amavoti ethu siyanawo la siyakhona kwi-MK siyothi naku MK esitholile, asazi noma kungasenza yini sihlangane sirule lelizwe lase-South Africa. So ukuthi ke thina sithi siyayi-endorsa i-existence, sasichaza into enjalo, sasingachazi ukuthi sizovotela i-MK njengoba kuyiwo okhethweni. And i-MK ifike ngesikhathi esi-right la khona nathi bese kwi-desperation njengabefundisi ukuthi u-ANC usuka kanjani ekubuseni. Nakho-ke i-answer iqhamukile. Uma sesihlangene ne-MK after ama-elections nani senivotela inhlangano yenu i-AFR sizokwazi ukuqhumba phansi u-ANC. Siyakubonga lokho and ngifuna kube clear lokho ukuthi thina sizoqhubeka enhlanganweni yethu ye-AFR. Mhlambe ngiyakubona ukuthi kudidwe into ka-Ace ukuthi u-Ace ashiye phansi inhlangano athi yena usiyokwenza ama-amalgamations with i-MK. Cha thina sisho njalo sithi siyayisupport MK futhi sizoba nayo kwi-coalition, kodwa sifuna ukuza namavoti ethu ngoba i-godly government into ebucayi. Sifuna thina a godly government noma ngabethi siphethe nayo i-MK, into esiyobe siyigcizelela sifuna a godly government ngoba uma sike sangena kwi-MK sizodliwa sigcine singasayikhuluma into ye-godly government, into ye-theocratic government, into ye-ideology yethu ethi sikhuluma nge-socialism, ethi people of South Africa must share their wealthy yabo amongst each other in a form of ama-individends kwini kuma-companies, ukuthi asikwazi ukusebenzela ama-companies angakwazi ukuthi emase kuphela unyaka sishare i-profit, kube khona into nathi eza ngamandla ethu because nathi we are trading within amandla ethu. So now this is what we are saying, and we are talking about a referendum of reconciliation. Thina njengabefundisi sithi aguqula imithetho, akwazi kuba khona imithetho ekhuluma ngo-Roman Dutch laws ezweni lethu njengamanje njengoba sikhona sekuyithi futhi esibusayo sewu-government ashintshe le mithetho.
Voter, would you want to vote for Jacob Zuma? I want the good things that you think about Zuma. The negative, we have heard a lot of negative things about Zuma. I don't want you to spend time on that. Because
thank you so much, Baba.
I want you to spend on the positive things of Zuma.
Purchase orders during Zuma. I was there.
Yeah.
I was there when 63s and the Ferraris are running around.
Yeah.
Now we struggle to get a quotation. You see?
Yeah. So people say during Jacob Zuma, black business, they were empowered, they were eating. Since he came in, things have been closed. You are one of those.
Yes.
You have felt that thing.
Yes, I was there. We were given opportunities. You know, it's a matter of how you are in terms of business. And I think a lot of people remember how nice things were. It's just that we did not know, you know. Then Ramaphosa came, when he came with this COVID-19 thing, I remember walking into a meeting whereby I've been asked to use my company for the mask, a very huge amount of money, 6 zeros, you know, by a specific bova.
Stated clear. Stated what are 6 zeros?
I had a 1 million rand purchase order, but I was only getting, I think, about 20,000 rands out of it. By the Maponyas, they had their own Chinese men. Then they had about 5 different us, the young ones, because we were so broke, man, you know, that we were supposed to give our company as if they're getting this purchase order, but they even changed the bank account which the money goes into. You see?
Oh, so you gave them your company, and then they took your company.
They gave me a purchase order.
They gave you a purchase order.
And they made me sign a form that says the payment should go not to me.
It goes to that company.
To their
but at
own
the end of the
company.
day, you get 20,000.
And they gave me about, I think it was about 20,000 rand.
So in the past, you're saying such lucrative opportunities.
The entire process
it would have
is
been
illegal.
yours. Yeah, but in the past, you're saying during the Zuma's time, the entire thing, those middlemen would not have been there. It would have been you who gets the
During the
6
Zuma
million.
time, we were not going to have the COVID-19 situation. We were not going to be buying masks for so many billions.
What do you think Zuma would have done?
There is different debates about whether COVID-19 exists or not.